Alright guys, welcome back to another progress vid. This is day 23. We're starting off with a mining level of 21, which does unlock the metal pickaxe. This progress vid is going to be an interesting one because we are going to see a transition from free-to-play gameplay to members gameplay. I wouldn't necessarily call it pay-to-play or P2P because we're not paying to play in members this time, so the name sticks. Oh, and by the way, mining coal is unlocked at 30 mining, not 50 mining, so that was my mistake. In my last progress vid I said that it was unlocked at 50 mining. I don't know why I thought it was 50 mining. It's been a long time since I had to level up my mining level again. You would think I would know that because I do have a free-to-play Ultimate Ironman account that has 84 mining, so but like I said, could be too. I haven't had to mine or level up my mining level for so long. We did get another fishing level on day 23 as well. The only fishing level that I do get because I was actually preparing for a F2P event that was happening in World 1, and this event was actually a free-for-all event in the wilderness, 20 wilderness, and I wanted to go ahead and attend that. Some of you might already know that I wanted to feel that F2P pking experience again, and that's the whole reason why I went to go join the event. For me, it only lasted like 10 minutes. It was a fun event. I got to experience what it was like to free-to-play PK, sort of anyways. Because of my combat level, I did get piled right away. It made me an easy target. But yeah, we were all chilling at 20 plus wilderness and multi-combat. It kind of confused me. After all, it was announced to be a free-for-all, but no one was really attacking each other, especially in this group that I was currently in. We're all like standing here, and I think we stood here for at least 10 minutes, I would say, before a clan logged in by the name, I don't know, they were calling themselves two different names. I wasn't too sure who the heck they were, but they were calling themselves like Soul and even the Rat Pack, so I'm not sure which one it was. But like I said, I attended this event. I took my rune items with me, except for my rune square shield, and the reason being is because I wanted to experience it fully, what it was like to free-to-play PK. But it didn't last very long for me because I was actually one of their first targets. I didn't realize I was being hit until my health fell to 50, and then once I caught that, I quickly started healing. And by the way guys, I didn't even have my sounds on at this time. I was being attacked for at least a couple of seconds there before realizing I was being piled. I have to say this clan is interesting because normally back in the day, when I used to PK, when I used to lead a clan, we would spam the name in game just so you could see more clear where the target was. These guys weren't doing that, and I think that's thanks to today's technology like Discord. Pretty sure they were calling the pile in Discord, which is why they weren't really calling it out in game. I mean, there was like one player there by the name Canada who was, it's funny, his name is Canada, and that's exactly where I'm from. So he was spamming S Wally, so I would think the name of that clan was Soul, but I also heard Rat Pack, so I also didn't realize I was not too far from a single combat zone from where I was standing in the first place. If I just ran east a little bit, I would have reached the single combat zone. But we will stop talking about that. I'm sure you guys are tired of me talking about clans right now. We did get my mining level up a little bit more. We got it to level 39, and I was mining silver ore and iron ore at the same time in the West Varrock mine. And yeah, now we are on our way to completing the Lost City quest. So what I did guys for members is I did prepare for the Lost City quest right away ahead of time. So I did watch like some guide videos on YouTube, and also went back to osrs wiki and read the quest guide there. That's how much I wanted to be prepared for this quest. I knew for sure that if I completed this quest right away for members, that I probably won't have to buy the dragon longsword for more than what it costs in the shop. So in the shop it does sell for 100k, and the dragon dagger does sell for 30k. By the way, there is no spec attack yet guys. That doesn't get released until later. I'm not sure how much later, but it's supposedly will be coming sometime in the next couple of months, if I remember correctly. Alright, now we're just getting the Boots of Lightness. This was actually the second thing I did. I went ahead and teleported to Camelot right away and thought about getting the Boots of Lightness because this does give you a weight reduction in game, so it's going to help out with your run energy a little bit. What would help out with your run energy a lot more is agility. And for those who don't know, the energy pots, they don't exist right now. So if you do want to maximize your run energy a little bit more, you're going to have to train your agility and equip those Boots of Lightness too. Now on to the next quest that I completed on the first day of members. This is actually the Witch's House quest, and the reason why I completed this is because of that nice hit points XP that you receive at the end of the quest. I'm not sure exactly how much you receive, but it's over 10k I think. We're just gonna skip the fight with the experiments because there was really not much to show there. They were very easy for me to kill. For this progress video though guys, I really don't want to talk too much gameplay, but if something does pop up, I will go ahead and mention it in the commentary. Another nice thing about the Witch's House quest is you are rewarded for quest points, so we're at 42 quest points now after that quest, but we are going to be completing the Waterfall quest too now. I don't know how much quest points this quest rewards, but we're getting up there guys. The Hero's quest does require 55 quest points. That is kind of like a, I wouldn't say a short-term goal, but a long-term goal. It definitely can be a short-term goal if I made it one, but I'm going to make it a long-term goal because again, I'm not really focused on questing right now. I think what I want to do in members right now guys is just explore. As you can see here, I'm exploring one of the famous battlefields in the game, the battle between the Khazar troopers and the gnome warriors there. I also want to slowly work towards fishing levels. For those who don't know, the 76 fishing is my long-term goal right now in members. And by the way, there is a Chaos Druid building or tower, if you will, just outside of Ardonan, pretty much to the north of West Ardonan, where there's Chaos Druids, but you do need 46 thieving to get in there. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that on this progress vid. Completing the Waterfall quest was definitely on my mind for day one of members because of the fire giants, really. There is another spot to kill fire giants in 2004Scape. There's one in the wilderness, but it's pretty risky, so I don't really want to do that, especially after I just bought my dragon longsword and I still have to rebuild. Because of that free-to-play event yesterday, I did end up losing quite a bit of GP there, close to 200k. So I do have to rebuild on my first week of members. For the first day, however, it's just more just completing quests that I want to complete. And I'm not really going to grind out all the quests. I just don't find any fun in that. I'm just going to take it easy with the questing, but when it comes to other stuff like maybe skilling, like my fishing level, that's something I will do. A part of me does want to go back to combat training though as soon as I'm done rebuilding. Part of me wants to get 100 combat, and then the other part of me wants to just knock out 70 plus fishing, then go back to combat. I'm still undecided with that one, guys. So we are at fire giants, not necessarily to train on them just yet because of my current gear in the game, but just to see what it's like. You know, I wanted to go ahead and see how much kills I could get at fire giants just with the gear that I have. And it turns out that I could get 11 kills or 10 plus kills before running out of food. If I had better armor like the rune chainbody and rune plate skirt with the rune full helm, I'm pretty sure I could kill maybe close to 30 of them. That's just my guess. Alright, we're looking at magic training now. I did pull out 3,000 mind runes for this grind, and it did get my magic level up some more. We also received a rune skim drop, guys, in game. This was actually between like 20-25 kills. If you add the 11 kills that I got with the dragon longsword, I got my rune skimmy drop before my 40th kill. So I thought that was pretty cool. We also got the genie random event for the first time. I went ahead and hit record for that one, of course, because again, it's one of my favorite random events. I also like to use it towards prayer. I learned to do that on my free-to-play Ultimate Ironman account, so that's probably what I'm going to do for this account as well. Speaking of prayer though, I do want to eventually visit green dragons, but for this progress video, we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to visit a dragon, and you guys could probably tell from the thumbnail or the title of the video, we do pay a visit at the King Black Dragon, and we solo it. So you guys will be able to see how that goes. I'll tell you guys right now, don't expect anything cool like a Dragon Mad Helm drop. But yeah, we do solo the King Black Dragon. At least attempt a solo. If you guys ever forget your teleports like I did here in this trip, I believe this is like my second trip before I had to bank, and I totally forgot to bring my teleports, so I went ahead and recorded this for you guys to show you guys what I did. And it will be pretty much the same for you guys, but if you don't want to take damage when you leave the waterfall dungeon, jump into the barrels. If you don't want to take damage, make your way southeast, and then you should come up to Ardonan. The trip to the bank and then getting back to Fire Giants took around 4 or 5 minutes long. It's not too long. It might actually be quicker. I felt like it took 4 minutes, so. And like I said, I did bring 3,000 casts with me to train my magic level up, and I got my magic level up to 50. And we're also going to knock out 51 magic in a bit here. 51 magic does sort of unlock the Ardonan teleport, but in order to use this teleport, you have to complete a quest called the Plague City quest, which is something I'm not going to do for this progress vid, but we will knock it out probably on day 24. I have to say, training your magic at Fire Giants is actually pretty afkable, but of course you want to make sure you're right-clicking on the screen at least to make sure your guy doesn't log out. Once we got 51 magic, we did end up leaving there and to go test out something in-game. This possibly might be a moneymaker for me. Possibly. I'm not too sure if I want to continue doing this, but I did get 378 vial of waters in 1 hour. My method of doing this was pretty much going to the Intrana Island to fill my vial of waters. Well, first I would buy the empty vials from the herb shop on Intrana Island, and then I would fill the vials with water with a fountain nearby, which is something I forgot to record for you guys, but know that 378 vial of waters was attained in 1 hour of doing this method. I may very well show you guys in the next progress vid and give you guys more of a better idea at what I'm talking about. But for now, let's go ahead and finally pay a visit at the King Black Dragon. Now, my thought process here was not to kill the King Black Dragon, because I knew I wasn't going to kill the King Black Dragon in the first place. I came here with an inventory of cooked salmon, and I had no anti-poison pot, which by the way, I didn't even need it. I didn't get poisoned. I also didn't need the anti-fire potion either. I took maybe some damage from the fire breath, but not very much. Most of the damage came from its melee attack, and it does say in the chat there, the shield absorbs most of the dragon's toxic breath, so I didn't really get poisoned too badly here. There is a safe spot, guys, but you can only safe spot the King Black Dragon using range or magic, but you're probably better off with range because I think the King Black Dragon does have a high magic defense bonus. But with melee, I tried flinching it. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but every second attack, the King Black Dragon would go ahead and like throw her breath at me, her fire breath or whatever it was. And the flinching method too wasn't as effective as when I went into the fight head on. I also switched my attack style from lunge attack to slash attack because I wasn't hitting anything. Even though the King Black Dragon is weak to stab, I wasn't getting any damage in with the lunge attack, so that's why I went ahead and switched my attack style. And what else could I say here for you guys? I could tell you that it was fun. It was a fun trip. Like I said, I was not expecting to kill the King Black Dragon in this trip. I just wanted to see if I could put some damage in, and I did, even though it wasn't very much. But knowing that I can damage the King Black Dragon on my own is a good start. What I'll probably do is when I get better gear, I will probably make my way back here and make a second attempt, an actual attempt this time, and try to solo the King Black Dragon. Even though it's being camped right now by clans, I did get lucky and found a world Anyways, guys, thank you guys for dropping by for today's progress vid. That will be all. I'll see you guys all in the next progress vid, which will be a dual progress vid on day 24 and day 25. Alright, take care.